Going on, guys and gals? What's going on? Let's let a few people get in here. It's a quick, unexpected live. But I got to go live after watching this news video. So, almost midnight. I don't know if anybody's even on. Oh, there's one. I got one. Fonda Chessman. Oh, I don't even know if anybody's live right now. Mimi's Mysteries, Lil Annie, L&B. Welcome, guys. Welcome. It's going on midnight where I'm at. Lucky's Gold, Peace in a Pod, Great and Powerful Trixie. What is up? What is up? Mammy. Hello, hello. Let's see, I got here Billy Lemire. I think I said that right, Billy. Is it Lemire? Lemire. Kay Sloan, Maxine V, Michelle, Kim. Hello, everybody. And by the way, I've got a really, really good video coming out tomorrow, so don't miss it. And also, if you hadn't subscribed already, I know it sounds cheesy, but it'd be a crime not to subscribe. Please subscribe. Let's see, who else we got in here? So anybody... thank you, Billy. I got it right. So I got who in here has a 4-day weekend? I'm gonna be sitting up late tonight. The party time. Kim, so you're here late. That's fine with me. Well, if y'all are like me, you ain't doing nothing anyway. I was just watching YouTubes and checking out some news articles on the Idaho investigation. Oh, Billy's a neighbor. Well, I'm East Tennessee, Billy, but hey, West Tennessee's fine with me. I bet if you're in the Memphis area, Billy, I got some awesome ribs. Nerdy Girl, what is up? Let's see, Make It So. Deborah, Denise Watson. Hello, everybody. Let's see, Make It So. Got Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday off. Woohoo! Make It So. You got a 4-day there too. Oh, all right. So, this ain't gonna be a long live, guys. It ain't gonna be a long live, but it's gonna be a very interesting live. So I just got through watching a News Nation video. Oh yeah, Billy. You cannot beat the ribs in Memphis. I bet they make, oh my God, the barbecue in Memphis, it's probably world class. Oh wow, Marianne, South Africa. Send me a souvenir, Marianne. I'll send you something from the Smoky Mountains. All right, so I am going to play. Thank you, Nana de Peyton. I appreciate it. Merry Christmas. Merry Xmas to everybody that says Xmas. Happy holidays. Enjoy. So, Nana Peyton says, Merry Christmas. Don B and fans, baby, it's cold. Oh, it's going to get a lot colder, too. They're talking like 20 below here. Nerdy girl, are you ready for the cold we're about to get? Yeah, I'm ready. I done got my faucet covered up, put some rags over. I got a faucet that actually comes out of the ground. It doesn't come out of the house. It comes up out of the ground. So wrapped it up in some I had some just lint free cloths laying around that I normally clean the windows of the car with. So it only sticks out of the ground maybe like 6 inches. But anyway, I wrapped it up with those and put a bucket down on top of it, and then put like 50 pounds of stones on top of the bucket, because we're supposed to have winds like 40 mile an hour. It's supposed to be like 8 degrees, and then with the wind chill, with a wind of 40 mile an hour, it's going to be cold. It's going to be cold. Can you imagine even 20 mile an hour wind at 8 degrees? I'm buying some heated pants, and I'm going to buy some heated underwear. Hopefully I don't have to go out in it, and I can stay in and just drink hot chocolate all day. All right, so I got about 91 in here now, so let me go ahead and get on with it, guys, and let me play this video here, and we shall go over it. Let me get to where I can share it. All right, so let's all right, so we are talking about they're doing a news article here about the knife, about I guess they're looking for that. Anyway, I'm gonna give my commentary as they're talking here, so because I make a very good point. And stay tuned to the end, because you don't want to miss what I'm about to show you. All right, let's play this.
Is live tonight at the murder scene. Alex, we've been hearing a lot in the last 6 weeks about surveillance video, a white Elantra, tips and evidence collection. But one thing we have not heard anything about is the murder weapon, the knife that was used. And today you found out something pretty darn surprising from some of the local stores around town that sell knives. Tell me what you asked and what was answered.
Yeah, exactly. Right now, we're dealing with a period where we don't know all that much new information from the police unless they give it to us. And right now, today, we didn't get any new updates. And so we were digging into what we do know, something that we learned at the very beginning of this investigation, what police believe was the murder weapon. They call it a fixed blade knife. I wanted to find out just how easy it is to get one. And it turns out just about everyone's got one in Idaho.
Detectives are back to square one, sorting through.
So actually, if I'm not mistaken, knives are easy to get anywhere. Am I wrong, guys? Not just in Idaho. He said knives are real easy to get in Idaho. Well, I think they're real easy to get just about anywhere. Am I right? Or do some states have? Because I know here, Lord, you got Smoky Mountain Knife Works. Lord, you come to Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge. There's knives everywhere, guys. Knives everywhere. We've got probably one of the largest knife stores, which is Smoky Mountain Knife Works, probably on the whole east side of the continental United States. They sell swords. They sell exotic knives. They sell pocket knives. They sell kitchen knives. I'd say just about every state, unless maybe it's California or somewhere, it would probably be pretty easy to purchase a knife. So let's go ahead and finish watching this here.
Through more than 7,500 emailed tips, more than 4,000 phone tips, and more than 4,500 digital media submissions, all related to the information they have put out publicly. A white car, an approximate time of the murders, and the suspected weapon, a fixed blade knife.
That one switches out all the blades too.
Turns out, hunting culture and owning knives is incredibly common in Idaho. Whether it's a hardware store, a sporting goods store, or an antique shop, you can find a fixed blade anywhere, and you don't even need to be 18 to purchase.
All right, guys. So let me know in the chat, what are the knife laws where you're at? Can you be 16 and buy a knife where you're at? I think you can be 16 and buy a knife here in Tennessee. I think. I'm not sure. But, Lord, how many knives does Walmart have? Just Walmart. That's not talking Smoky Mountain Knife Works here, which carries, they probably got like, I bet you they've got 50,000 knives in Smoky Mountain Knife Works. So let me know in the chat, is it pretty easy in your state to purchase a knife? And I mean, I know some gas stations now that sell knives. Like when you go to check out, they're at the counter. All right, so let's see. Pennsylvania, you can get them pretty much anywhere. Butterfly says in Florida you have to be 21. Phil says you can buy a knife or switchblade at local flea markets. Even be like, damn, shaking my head, horrible scare. Yep. Now switchblades are I think switchblades are kind of outlawed in some places. It's easy, even if a teenager in Southern California. Amy Lau says, Dawn, they put them in grab machines here in Virginia. Oh my God. Huh. It's like I didn't get the iPhone, but I got a knife. And Ellen says, in Maryland, it's very easy to buy. A few times a year, got knife shows. Oh yeah, Sevier County up in Pigeon Forge, they have knife shows too. Huge knife shows. And again, guys, stay with me to the end. I got something good to show you, and I got an important point to make too. So let's finish watching this.
Knives, no, you can buy knives anywhere. Nobody questions that.
The store owners and employees I spoke to say they don't pay attention to who buys or think twice about their intentions. They don't discriminate or ask what they plan to use the weapon for. But after these murders, they say they may put more thought into it before selling.
So this is something you start to think twice about, huh?
Yeah, I'm like, Well, and, there's a couple things around that I think, I hope nobody picks that up and comes this way.
So now it makes me wonder if she's going to quit selling knives at all. She may just start selling garden equipment. It's getting bad, guys. It's getting pretty bad out there. And just to be honest with you, it's just the criminal's choice of a weapon. I mean, it could have been a pew pew, or it could have been, the knife. So, they'll be probably calling for stricter knife laws now. Waiting for the start to fall, says someone who does this with a knife, wants the murder to be personal. Oh, yeah. I believe it's personal, too. I believe it's real personal. Lisa, what is up? It's not the knife's fault, just like it's not the... Yeah, exactly, Sleuth and Sandy. Let's see, David says in Florida, you have to be 18 years of age to buy a knife other than a switchblade. If you violate this law, it's a first-degree felony. Well, that's pretty good. So, I mean, it keeps you... I mean, it definitely makes you think about it if you're going to, own one. So, makes you definitely want to be responsible with it. That's for sure, Debbie. So, let's see what else I can pick apart in this interview.
And I want to make clear that just about everyone I spoke to said they're cooperating with this investigation in any way they can. They want to see it be brought to a conclusion and justice brought to these families. But even still, Moscow police say they have no suspects, no persons of interest, at least that they're letting us know about.
So this is so interesting. Look, I know that knives are common in Idaho. It's a big hunting area, so it's not unusual to have a lot of knife stores. But you were able to at least get to 3 of them today. All 3 of them said they'd been visited by the police. That's correct, right?
Yeah, that's absolutely.
Now, guys, pay attention from here on out. I want you to pay attention from here on out because we're getting close to the end where I'm going to make a really good point.
Right. They said at some point over the last 38 days, they've been visited by police and again, just trying to hand over whatever they could to help provide more context to the police.
So, but the weird thing is, and correct me if I'm wrong, Alex, because this was astounding and you're reporting today that the police did not ask any of the store owners or managers or workers that you spoke with today. They did not ask them if they had sold a particular kind of knife. That question was not asked of the places you visited.
Yeah, I had visited a hardware store, an antique store, and a sporting goods store. And from the owners, the managers, and the employees I spoke to, they all said that when it came to around the time of this murder, the police did not ask them what kinds of knives they sold, what types of knives they sold, how many knives they've sold. Of course, this is only 3 of, dozens of sporting goods stores and stores that sell knives in this area. And of course, in the greater area of Idaho and Washington, only 10 miles to the west. But you're absolutely right. From the people that I spoke to today, they said that as far as knife sales go, that was not a specific question that they were asked.
Because early in this case, there'd been reporting that one knife store, or at least a store that sold knives, had been asked about a specific kind of knife. I'm just going to show it. It's a K-bar knife. And he was asked if he had sold a specific kind of knife like the one I'm show it. It's a K-bar knife. And he was asked if he had sold a...
All right, guys. So they're talking about going to different stores and they're looking for a knife that was, recently purchased. Well, here's what I've been waiting to get to, guys. Here's what I've been waiting to get to. Are you ready? Are you ready? All right, so fixed blade knife. It's a little one, but it is a fixed blade knife. This one's worth a lot of money, though. It is I think it's worth a lot of money. JR something. It's a Moran made in Sweden. This is a very old and valuable knife. I believe. I'm not priced it or nothing, but I think this might go for about $100. It's an old antique knife made in Sweden. Fixed blade. Oh, and by the way, if the police, like if I had committed a crime with this, it ain't going to do the police no good to go to all the stores around East Tennessee because I've had this for the last 5 years. You ready for this? Y'all know what this is? Just like the murder weapon. This was actually used by a Marine back in the day. Got this at an antique, or not antique, estate sale. And I think if you can see it here, let me see if I can show you guys. I don't know if I got any knife enthusiasts in here or not, but I don't think it'll focus on it right there. Can y'all see that? Anyway, this is a RH. Any knife enthusiasts in here? RH-36. Now this is a K-bar. Well, this is actually a knife a Marine probably used to, because it's got some stuff here on the blade. So, any knife enthusiasts in here? Oh, and the point I wanted to make, like if I committed a crime with this and the police tried to go to Walmart or a bunch of stores around East Tennessee to find out where I purchased this, they're not going to. Because I've had this for years too. So, what if the person who committed this crime, what if they had the knife on them for a couple years? Y'all see what I'm saying? I mean, they can look all over. They can go to Walmart, flea markets. They can go here and there. Now, the person may have just recently bought the knife. Not saying they didn't. But, I mean, I've had this for years. And again, if I decided to go commit a crime with it, good luck figuring out where I bought it. Because I got it at an estate sale, to be honest with you. Lord, I could probably sell that for $200 right now. And that was actually, I think that'd been passed down in the family. I think that was actually used. I think it was used by a Marine. I think the lady said that was, and some people, I checked with Smoky Mountain Knife Works, and they said they're pretty sure that was standard issue in the Marines back in the day. Oh, Carol Ann. So this here, it says it is an RH-36 PAL, P-A-L. And someone said that it was issued to the Marines. Maybe World War II, I'm thinking. Can you help me out with that? But again, if I committed a crime with it and they started going to stores, it's going to be useless to them. Because, and what if the perpetrator owned the knife? You know, like I've owned these for years. What if the perpetrator in this owned the knife for years? Phil said that's a World War II military trench style knife, Don. Oh, okay. I mean, I'm gonna hold on to it because it was at an estate sale, and I'm hearing that it was probably like a standard issue knife to the Marines, like during World War II. So I'm hanging on to it. I mean, I don't plan on committing any crimes with it, but I mean, this probably matches the murder weapon, right? Or close to it. And let's see. It's a K-bar worth about $60. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. I'd like to know the history behind it though, because it's got some it's got a couple spots on it. Now again, it could have been used for hunting. I don't know, but it looks old to me. Look at the handle here, guys. How old that is. I mean, it's really, really old. It's got like a leather wrapping around it. All right. So again, guys, what if the perpetrator had owned the knife for several years before committing the crime? I just wanted to point that out. I've seen that news video, and oh, hey, Carol Ann said that is it's an issued Marine knife. Okay, that's what I was told. Someone at Smoky Mountain Knife Works told me that. And Make It So says maybe it has military history. I'd love to know the history behind it. That's why I'm holding on to it. I mean, the history behind it is worth more to me than $60. You know what I mean? I would love to know the story behind this knife. Was it ever used in action? Anything like that? That'd be awesome to know, wouldn't it, guys? But anyway, I figured you'd like this. Y'all like it? So are you guys liking this live tonight? Let me know if you're liking it so far. And let me know if you think I've got let me know if you think I'm making a pretty good point here. Let's see. V says yes. Sleuthing Sandy says if the perpetrator is a hunter, I'm sure he owned the knife for years. All right, everybody's liking the live. Yeah, I watched that and I thought, wait a minute, I've got one of them around here. I had it put away. It's like, those the rolling toolboxes that men have. Well, that's where I've been keeping them, is in my rolling toolbox. So I had to go dig it out. I thought, man, I'm gonna do a live real quick and just show everybody that I've got a knife that closely resembles what the perpetrator probably used, and so does probably 3/4 of the country. If they're the 3/4 of the men in the country probably has one. 80% of the Boy Scouts have one. Most boys and men at some point in their life has had a Rambo knife, some type of Rambo knife. So, and I got to watching the news article and I thought, well, who's to say that they bought the knife just for that crime? True Crime Utah says, I collect swords and a few daggers. And Judy says, my husband collects all antique boxes and we put it up for showcase, right? I'm probably going to go down to Smoky Mountain Knife Works and get me a case for a couple of these, because I don't know if I'll end up trying to make the blade look any better I may just leave it the way it is because it's probably got some history on this blade. Lisa Kane says, okay, Don, listen up. Throw an idea at you. Go ahead, Lisa. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Nerdy Girl. Yeah, hit that like button, guys. Hit that like button. We got 219 in here right now. I guess that's pretty good for a midnight show. I kind of like to pick your brains, as my brain feels like it's being picked sometimes. You know what I mean? Catherine says, if you're pointing Chris McDonough's live, oh, Chris McDonough was live tonight? Combined, then I'm back to my original theory about the one that's behind it. Now, guys, let me tell you, I'm doing a video tomorrow. I got to piece it together. I'll try to drop it around 6 p.m. So stay tuned for that. So all of you that are in my live tonight, you're getting a heads up. You're getting a heads up on that. And I think you'll like what I got for you. I think you'll really like it. Let's see. Where'd Lisa King go? I thought she had a question for me or an idea. Didn't you have an idea or a question for me, Lisa? Oh, thank you, Jacqueline. Thank you. Check us out, guys. Check us out. Chris had a great show tonight. Oh, he always has great shows, True Crime Utah. Always has great shows. Another person, another YouTuber that definitely likes to pick your brain, huh? Lisa says, there it is. Huh? Oh. Jack was at number 1 truck stop left behind Kaylee. Number 2, the dog didn't bark. Number 3, dude knew codes to the house. Number 4, knew the layout. Right? Yep. And again, guys, I've got some very, I'm putting together some very interesting statements, if you will. Probably the most important statements in this entire investigation. And you guys are getting a heads up tonight on it, and I got to throw it all together. And I'll be dropping that video tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so be on the lookout for that. I think you'll like it, and when you get done watching it, you'll be like, yeah, I can see why these are probably, and it's going to make you think too. It's going to make you think. It's going to make you put your thinking cap back on, guys. Chris was on the lab Monday night. Yeah, Josh, good guy too, over at the lab. Real good guy. So, yeah, you guys are getting a heads up tonight. So, be looking for that video at 6 p.m. tomorrow. No, they've not found a knife yet. No. Yeah, waiting for the start of fall. Says no. Nothing on the knife yet. And they may not ever find it. I mean, they might find the perpetrator, but I mean, they could have already. I mean, that knife could be, on its way to the ocean. It could have started out in a canal and on its way to the ocean by now. I mean, who knows? I mean, they could have buried it. It could still be on them. Who knows? It could be, if they drive a pickup truck, maybe they threw it in the back of a pickup truck. One of those cases ended up here in Sevier County that way. There was a woman that they found, right all the way across, laying by her car, 6 o'clock in the morning, at her house. I still have to look into that because I don't know what caused the man to do it. But when the TBI ended up catching up to him, He had the murder weapon right there in the back of his pickup truck. Had her DNA all over it. Had his DNA all over it. I mean, you'd have thought the dude would have got rid of it, but no. People are crazy, guys. People are just, I mean, I say this all the time when people try to figure out, why did somebody do that? I'm like, whatever happened to just plain crazy? I mean, there's sometimes, like, uh, um, Chris Watts, he done it over another woman. If OJ done what he done, I mean, it was probably over Ronald Goldman. Um, so, and so what do y'all think? What do y'all think? Lord Dow sound like Ryan Upchurch. He was on here. Oh, by the way, Ryan, if you're watching, what's up, man? We still need to go fishing. Brian was getting on here saying, "Hey, all these YouTubers they ain't solved the Kylie Rodney case yet." I think it's funny. I always tell people, I'll give my thoughts and opinions, but that's where it stops. I'm not a case cracker. I'm barely a nutcracker. But I have pretty good insight, put it that way. And I have found that on YouTube, it suits me pretty good. It suits you guys pretty good too, because you love to hear me talk. You love to hear my insight and all that stuff. And I'm not the only one. There's some really, and there's some, YouTube has been like a phenomenal place for people with really good insight on these things to come and explain to you guys, this is why the police do this. This is why investigators do that. I mean, can you imagine if this happened 40 years ago? We wouldn't have YouTube to have people like Chris McDonough and all these, professionals to give their insight on these active investigations. I mean, we're at a crossroads right now with technology to where it's pretty awesome, in my opinion. I don't know what y'all think about it, but I think it's pretty awesome. Let's see. Sleuthing says, nice, probably something he's proud. Yeah, yep. And Nerdy Girl says, yes, a great duo at Sleuthing Sandy and absolutely wonderful men. And let's see, Dana says, whoever done it cared about the dog. Dog was safe, shut up in another room so it wouldn't get in the way and get blood on it. See, who? See, I don't know. I'm struggling with that one, Dana. I'm struggling with that one, guys. Do you think the dog was already put up when they went out for the night and they just never let the dog back out when they got home? Or do you think the dog was running loose in the house and the perpetrator put the dog up? Let me know. Because I'm struggling with that one. I'm really struggling with that one. I have no idea what to think on that one because, I mean, they could have put the dog up before they went out that night. And then, of course, when they got home, they were all of them was shit-faced. And, I mean, did they check on the dog but not let the dog out and just went to bed? Or, did they let the dog out to run all over the house and then went to bed? Now, let me tell you, if I was feeling that good, I'm going home and going to bed. I ain't gonna be doing too much before I hit that bed. Well, I think some of yous are kind of tore on it too. No, and the dog was not a puppy. It was a pretty good sized dog. See, Nerd Girl says, I think someone had to put the dog up. It would have got to go potty. See, yeah, I mean, and if they were out, how long? Okay, guys, let me ask you this: where did the dog go potty while they were gone? They were gone for a pretty good while, weren't they? I mean, they just wasn't gone out of they wasn't gone out of there for like 1 or 2 hours, were they? They were gone for like the whole evening, wasn't they? So, where did the dog go use the bathroom while they were gone all night? Oh, Ava says, my large dogs can hold it for 12 hours plus. Oh, I did not know that. See, I'm learning something new. Thank you, Ava. I learned something new today. And Stacy says, usually dogs don't want to soil where they live, so dogs will hold it. I'm thinking like 12 hours. Oh, okay. And Make It So says, I heard Kaylee let the dog out when she got home. Heard it on Banfield. Okay. So the dog was running free in the house probably when the crime happened. But then when everybody got there the next morning, or discovered them the next morning, the dog had been put up, right? And it says, I would think the dog would sleep with its owner. Well, didn't they find Maddie and Kaylee in the bed, the same bed? So they I don't know. They probably wouldn't room the bed. I don't know. They're probably like, nope, dog ain't getting into bed tonight. Liam says 4 to 6 hours is tops for my dog to hold her pee and poo. So, well, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. Thanks for hanging with me. And again, look for the video tomorrow. I'm going to drop it around 6 p.m. And if the time changes, I'll put it on my community tab and let you know. But it's going to be a very interesting video, and it will definitely pick your brain and remind you of a lot of important points in this investigation. So again, you guys are getting a heads up before anybody else does. I will make a post about it in the morning. So it's definitely something you don't want to miss. So if you are on the tubes tomorrow, mention it to people. And again, thanks to all my subs, members, everybody just watches it. If you're coming in late, you can replay it and leave some comments. Let me know what you think about what I talked tonight about the knives, the news video about them, the police going to all these stores looking for the knives, looking for a knife that maybe the perpetrator recently bought to commit the crime with. I'm just saying maybe he owned the knife for a couple years. What if, the perpetrator may have owned the knife for a couple years. So that's also another scenario that the police may have to adjust to, So again, guys, Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next video tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow. Hope you have a good night, and well, I'll go ahead and tell you Merry Christmas. I'll tell you Merry Christmas up until Christmas. So, and then it'll be Happy New Year. So I'll see you guys on the next video.